Namaste everyone, hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. So in our previous two videos we created till here. So our arm making is completely done till here right now. We don't need to do anything else. In case if you wish to stop it till here, then it's completely fine. But in this video I will be showing some new accessories over here. Later on you can add whatever you want. I'm just showing how to add something a little bit. This is like a combination joint. And also in this video what I will be doing is I also do a quick review of what we have created as well in the end. But currently I guess we will only create the middle thing, that is the combination joint, or I don't know what to call it, maybe a hydraulic joint. It looks like a hydraulic joint, but it is not actually. It is a kind of a dummy joint. So I will show you. This is the joint that I'm gonna create over here in this video. I'll only show the basic working. Then later on you can add clay on it and give it any kind of desired shape that you want. Okay. So first thing what you will need to do is check that everything is dry and everything is working properly. And then first thing that you need to do is you will need to add some clay on the wire and make some clay rods. Now I have explained it in few of my previous videos, and even if this is something which is very easy, so I thought I don't need to explain. See, like this. Now I would suggest you to mix the color while mixing the clay, whichever color you want. Since I wanted gray over here, so I had mixed black. And like this I will be attaching it over there. You can see I also bend the wire over there, right? So we're gonna need this. So I'm making these two wires, with two wires like this. In case if you don't need two, you can only create one as well. There is not a compulsion or anything like that. You need to create two, you can create three as well. So I've just attached them with the help of a glue. Now what I will be doing is, just to make sure that it stays intact more properly over there, what I will be doing is I am adding clay over there so that it just sticks to it properly and it does not keep on moving later on. Okay, just make sure that each and every part by part, once you create it, make sure that that part stays there permanently. It doesn't get disturbed because of slight movements. Now you can see over here like this, I've attached it, and you can see that that's rigid enough and it has been hardened after 2 hours. So what I will be doing is I'll take some new clay and I also add some outer layer or some design to it. This is something which is optional, but I think it is necessary as well, because it must look nice, right? So like this, later on after the previous thing is dry, you can add it over there like that. Now after that, since it's fully dry or fully hardened up, what you can do is you can take some new mixed clay, allow it to harden for around 30 minutes, and then later on you can use that and just roll it over here like this. Now if you have seen the socket joint tutorial, that this clay won't stick to other one if we are moving it, and since this clay is been hardened for around 30 to 40 minutes, so the thing that happens is that this clay is not much sticky right now, right? As soon as it gets hardened up, the clay becomes less sticky. So like this. But what you have to do is you have to keep on moving it up and down, which I had shown before, like that. Or you can also rotate it, but make sure while moving it does not become too much loose. Okay, so once after this is done, you have to keep this to harden for around 2 hours now. But the thing is that if you keep it only like this, then the issue that will happen is that it will get stick to it. So you have to keep moving it by around in around 5-10 minutes. And now why I have made this like this line, because I will be attaching wires to it later on. I'll show that as well. Now you can see that they have been completely hardened up after 2 hours, and you can see they have got this kind of shape. Sorry, these are not fully hardened yet, but this is like around 1.5 hours. But I would suggest don't do this because if you're new and if you do that, then your clay might get disturbed and that shape might go away. But in case it goes away, you can again add it over here like this, and then again you can resume your work. But keep moving, just don't leave it like that or it will get stuck. It will get stuck completely. Okay. So now moving to the further part. Now they have been completely hardened up, you can see. After they are hardened up, make sure that you put it like this. Now see this rod circle doesn't go into that one because they have different sizes, right? So you make sure you understand all that. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be attaching wires. Since we had pressed it with the help of a pin tool, we had got that shape. So what I will be doing is I'll attach this wire over here like this, and I will add glue. You can see. So basic thing about this joint is now done. You can see we can get that hydraulic thing. I mean, it's a shame to call it an hydraulic thing because hydraulics are very much complex. What we are creating is something simple, but I don't have that word over here, but we can call whatever we want. So you can see over here, I'm just doing some testing. Make sure that both the rods are attached proper and parallel. You have to be very precise to create things like this. I'm not that much precise because my precision is not that good, but yeah, but it happens to be good right now. So what I have done over here is that I have created another hinge joint, but this time a smaller one. I have given another tutorial for that as well on my channel. Please do check that out in case if you need any. Now what I'll be doing is that I'll be attaching that hinge joint to the upper part and also to the lower part. You can see it over here like this, and this, I guess this joint is completely ready. You saw the whole concept. This is the only mechanism that needs to be shown, like this over here. It is working fine. My main aim to tell you that was to tell you that the understanding of this mechanism and this concept, how it works. Now later on you can add whatever design you want. That is your choice. You can keep it like this as well, or you can add much clay on it and make it look like this. This is nothing. It looks complicated, but it is not. It is the same thing which we made before, but I have just added clay on it on the sides. Just make sure that you add more clay at the bottom parts and less clay on the above parts. If you can see over here, the lower version, the lower part over here is much bulkier compared to the upper part. Upper part is nothing, just I have added some thin layers of clay and then I have done some sculpting work on it, right? Also now you can see that this is very loose. So if it's loose, then you can see it's falling. So it's not that much useful. But this what we can call it, this joint we had created, that doesn't affect. Even if the other joints are loose, that won't be affected because it is a complex joint, right? 2-3 joints mixed together. So for the other joints which are loose, what I'm gonna do right now is the same thing which I had shown in various of my dragon tutorials and scyther tutorial as well. That is, I'll be adding the the glue over here. What I have done is I have taken the glue on the pin tool, added some glue, and then I'm adding it over here like this, and then keep on moving it. You can directly add glue as well, but please, I would suggest not to do that because in case if that gets stuck over there, then your whole efforts will go waste and you have to break that and create another one. Okay, so just be careful. And after the joints are tightened up, you can see it can carry much weight. This bottle is fully filled, by the way, it's not an empty bottle. And whatever you want, you can create with this technique. My main intention to create this one was to show that what we can create with only hinge joints, although I added other ball joints and rotation joints inside this as well. But before creating any action figure, it was my responsibility to show that we can create easier things from it as well. And you can now see that the joints are much tight, but these will get loose over time due to friction. Even plastic ones, they do the same. But then later on, you know that whenever I have to tighten the joints, what we will do, right? We will be using the glue technique. So you can see over here it is working properly, working fine. All the joints are doing good. I had also tightened these finger joints as well. If you think that you can, you can also add a hand over there as well instead of this grabber. I had shown a tutorial on how to create a hand as well, and also you can make this double arm as well. You can create a simple version, you can also create a more complicated version of this as well. Okay, and this rotation joint also works fine. I had also added glue to make this tight as well, right? I'm saying as well a lot. So it looks good according to me. I had not planned to create this design, but I just started adding clay and got to create whatever came into my mind. So here it is. Our robotic arm is fully ready. Currently I have chosen this color combination to it. Maybe I'll change it in future or not, I don't know, because it takes too much time to paint this as well. It looks glossy because I added a Liquitex gloss varnish to it. It's necessary to add varnish on your artworks because later on these artworks, the color might come off, because since they are moving ones, right? If we have just, if we have to keep them at a side, then the color won't come off. But since we are gonna move them, we are gonna use the joints over here, so it's necessary to add the varnish, or also it's necessary to add glue at some areas where there is too much friction because of the joints, so that the color won't come off there as well. Okay, now I'll do a quick review of this in case if you want to see, or you can just stop seeing over here. Now I have added designs like this, and all the joints, they look good according to me. Previously I had chosen orange color for this, but then later on I thought black and red combination would look good. The gloss is also looking much nice. It's good, showing a much good reflection. Also the thing is that I am using this, this arm for various of my other artworks, while making various of my other artworks as well. Like for to keep my artworks to harden, I use this arm support and I keep it over here. So it is also a useful thing, right? Not only it can act as a table decor, but also it can be useful, to keep your artworks, or just as a stand for your other artworks as well. Okay, mainly it looks fun, so it is much fun to create as well. I'm just showing various type of articulation and what things you can do from it. You can also create whatever. You can also add this. I've added these wires, but I guess this wire will break off because these wires are not that much sturdy or not that of good quality. Because of too much of tension, they will come off. So like this you can create scenarios with your other artworks as well. And I was surprised that it could carry this much weight as well, because this dragon is heavy. In case if any one of you have tried this, I have explained the tutorial as well for this one. It is heavy and it is carrying him. It is a good thing for me. And he's also posing him with scyther. So if you have any doubts regarding this, let me know in the comment section. And I hope you liked all these 3 tutorial series. And till then, I'll see you next time with some new creation. Thanks for watching.